Hi, friends. Have you ever felt that God has just abandoned you, that He's left, that He is not there? If you're like me, you probably have. And I wanted to share, not so long ago, I was having overwhelming feelings that He had abandoned me, that He wasn't concerned, that He just dipped out. And even as I speak this, it is so clear that it is a lie, and it was a lie. But when I was in that moment, have you ever had those moments where you're just like, somehow the lie sounds so much more tangible and real than what the truth does? And I do believe that that is where the enemy comes for us. He whispers these phrases, these words, so that we begin to dwell on the lie rather than God's truth. And February of 2021, I received a call that my daughter Heather had relapsed and she had gone to be with the Lord. I can't describe the devastation. She entered a faith-based program that her father and I had opened and had been just lavished upon by the Lord. His love for her was just so beautiful, and her heart was to be free, and her heart was for other women to be free. And so when I got the call, I just remember shouting out in anger, Lord, where are you? How could you do this? So many feelings erupted at one time. And I would like to say that it just quickly, I recognized the truth, and then I was fine. It was not that simple. And it continues to be a journey, of course. Grief is that way. But I can say, with the women that I am in ministry with, we have walked with one another in these times, in my grief, and in my other friend in ministry. She has somewhat of a similar story of grief, losing her son. And we recognize together one of the principles and the truths that seem to be that we would just never really imagine that we would question, right? Is that God is with us. And unfortunately, it was the one lie that I began to believe when I said, God, where are you? You were not here with me. And He assured me in His word that He is with me, He was with me, and that He will never leave me, and He will never leave you. And so I don't know what you may be going through today, or maybe you're good today and it may be for tomorrow. But I want to encourage you and remind you, friend, that God is with you, and that He has always been with you, and that He will be with you until the day that He takes us into eternity. He is our good Father, and He is the one. He is the one who understands, who gets us. And sometimes we just need to crawl into His lap without any words, because He already knows. He knows our hearts. He knows that this world is going to bring us some troubles, and sometimes some deep troubles. But I want to encourage you today. And I want to leave you with the scripture, Psalm 57. I was reading this morning. I thought, I need to jump on and share this with my friends. And I'm going to just jump around a little bit and encourage you to go back and read it for yourselves. And in this psalm, David was having a bit of a struggle. He says in Psalm 57, have mercy on me, my God, have mercy on me. For in you I take refuge. I will take refuge in the shadow of your wings until the disaster has passed. I cry out to God Most High, to God who vindicates me. He sends from heaven and saves me, rebuking those who hotly pursue me. God sends forth His love and His faithfulness. He goes on to say, I am in the midst of lions. I am forced to dwell among ravenous beasts. Then in verse 5, be exalted, O God, above the heavens. Let your glory be over all the earth. And then verse 7, my heart, O God, is steadfast. My heart is steadfast. I will sing and make music. Verse 9, I will praise you, Lord, among the nations. I will sing of you among the peoples. For great is your love, reaching to the heavens. Your faithfulness reaches to the skies. And friends, you know, we can identify, right? Because David was in a very dark place. Have you been in a dark place? I definitely know that I have. And so he cried out. He cried out to the Lord, and the Lord wants us to be real and to tell him how we feel. Even if it looks very messy, he wants to hear from his daughters. And then David in the psalm quickly remembered God's love and his faithfulness. And that's so important, friends, because the enemy would have us dwell on the lies. And so I just encourage you, get out your journal, write down, when you hear a lie, recognize it, write it down, and then just simply say, God, what is your truth? What is your truth? And he will give you his truth, his word, and that's his promise. So friend, I just pray that today you can cling on to his word, to his truth, and know that God is with you and he will not leave you. He is your Abba Father. He is your best friend. So be blessed, my friend.